Hi guys, how you doing? All right. Just wanted to make a really quick video, if you like. Earlier on today, following the inauguration of President Joe Biden as the 46th President of the United States of America, I sent out a congratulations message on my Facebook to congratulate him on becoming the next president. Some people have bashed me because of this. They've sent me messages telling me what kind of person they think he is. But as far as I'm concerned, I've always done this whenever somebody has been elected as president of the Philippines or president of America or prime minister of the UK. I've always gone ahead and I've always congratulated them. That's the kind of person I am. I'm a polite person. I'm a person who is always respectful of the offices of the president, i.e. the office of, hi Mike, how you doing? The office of the president of the USA, the office of the president of the Philippines. That's just the way I am. I got bashed and many people were telling me what kind of president they thought Joe Biden would be. But as far as I'm concerned, I just believe in being polite. I don't believe in swearing. I don't believe in being rude. I just believe in being polite and wishing him the very best. But I have to say I do have some reservations. And the reason why I say this is there is a lot of fake media in America. There are a lot of media organizations who paint the world in their own skew-if way, like CNN particularly. My worry about CNN is that when they report on the Philippines, they misinterpret what's happening in the Philippines. And of course, my worry is that they're going to continue sharing this skew-if figures, all this fake news about President Rodrigo Duterte of the Philippines. There's all these allegations of EJKs that don't exist, or at least these deaths in the Philippines of people involved in illegal drugs. And the problem that I have is that they might report some fake news, or they might report their version of events. And I do worry that President Joe Biden might be listening to those fake news purveyors, or might be listening to those skew-if reports on the situation in the Philippines. And I just hope, and I really do just hope, that President Joe Biden calls President Duterte and makes a friendship with him. I know there's a good relationship between the Philippines and in America, and this is a long-standing good friendship, and I really do hope that this friendship continues, and I hope that President Joe Biden is able to see President Duterte for who he is, a caring leader who cares very much about the people, and all he really wants is a better life for all Filipinos. And the president has said this before as well, President Duterte, that he wants a Philippines free of drugs, a Philippines free of corruption. And of course, he's already said that when you encourage children to take drugs, that's when you kill my children, I'll kill you. It doesn't mean that he's literally going to go around killing people, but he's just giving a clear message to drug dealers and drug pushers not to take drugs. And President Duterte has dealt with a massive drug problem in the Philippines. Before the president took office, there were 4 million people addicted to illegal drugs. And through the efforts of President Duterte and his administration, life is better in the Philippines. Now, the only reservation I have is, will Joe Biden visit the Philippines Will he personally go and see the situation for himself, or will he listen to the fake news? I'm not going to judge him at the moment because I don't really know his stance, but I do really worry that he's going to listen to this fake media and get the wrong impression about President Duterte. But that remains to be seen. I'm still not going to go about saying nasty things about President Joe Biden. People have left messages on my social media giving their opinion of him. I'm not that kind of person. I always wish everyone the very best. I always congratulate them when they come into office. But I have to admit, I just feel a little bit uneasy at the moment. I just feel a little bit like, whereas President Trump had said that he doesn't agree with fake news and he's accused CNN of spreading fake news, and to an extent he's right. And I do worry now what the future holds for this special relationship between the Philippines and the United States. I just hope that President Joe Biden is a man who will listen and a man who will do his own research, and not a man who will listen to the fake news of some media organizations in the Philippines. Hi, DJ Escobar. So let's just see what happens. I want to give President Joe Biden a chance. I'm not American myself. I don't very rarely comment on American politics. In fact, I try and keep out of American politics. But what I would say is, I just believe that as somebody on social media, I just believe it's right that you do send your congratulations to a new president. But as I said today, I've been thinking about this all day. I do wonder how the relationship will progress between President Trump and President Biden and President Duterte. Let's just hope for the best. Again, I'd like to send my best wishes and congratulations to President Biden on becoming the 46th President of the United States of America. But I'd also like to caution him as well not to listen to the fake news of the likes of CNN. Basically what they want to do is they want to come up with hard-hitting headlines that will sell newspapers or will sell advertising space. If you were to say the Philippines is doing very well, there's improvements in health, the Bill program is doing very well, that won't sell newspapers. What will sell newspapers is saying that President Duterte's this, or there have been deaths in the Philippines and dictator. This is the kind of thing that CNN absolutely loves. And I really do worry that President Joe Biden is going to listen to that. And let's just see. Let's just give the man a chance, and let's just see what happens between the relationship between the Philippines and America. But I must say, I am actually really, really worried at the moment about how this plays out. And I just really hope that President Joe Biden is able to see the Philippines for what it is. Okay, he's not megalomaniac and narcissistic like his predecessor. I do not worry about his relationship with the Philippines. That's good to hear. I don't know. As I said, I'm a person who gives people the benefit of the doubt, and whoever is president of America, whoever is president of the Philippines, whoever is president of or prime minister of the UK, I always send my very best wishes. I always send out a congratulations. But as I said, I've been bashed today for congratulating President Joe Biden. People have called him all sorts of names. They've sent me a message. They've bashed me, basically. But that's the kind of person I am. I'm a kind of person who is respectful of the office of the president, is respectful of democracy. And, I just hope that people can respect my view. But as I said, I do have some caution, I do have some worry over how Joe Biden will tackle the Philippines, if he will congratulate if he will speak to President Duterte. I hope they exchange pleasantries. I hope they have a good relationship. I hope that President Biden visits the Philippines again. But I just do worry that the likes of CNN, the likes of the fake media, may influence President Joe Biden in a negative way. Let's just find out. Let's just see what happens. But again, I'd like to send my best wishes to President Biden, and of course I'd also like to reach out to him, send a message to him that the Philippines is an incredible country with incredible people. The country is doing very, very well at the moment under the leadership of President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Crime is down, corruption is down, the number of drug addicts have fallen massively from 4 million when President Duterte took office to maybe half that, maybe even less. And the Philippines is going in the right direction. And I really do hope and pray that the relationship between the United States and the Philippines just continues. Yeah, exactly. DJ Hurt Escobar said, the problem is that we have fake media, and this is the problem. You know, there's many news organizations in the Philippines or local newspapers or whatsoever in the Philippines that would paint a negative picture about what's happening in the country. And, you know, they would make up stories, and, you know, this whole thing about the war on drugs and the numbers of people who've lost their lives in the war on drugs. The Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency and the Philippine National Police have admitted that there have been deaths during arrest, etc., and these stand at around about 7,000. But the problem is different organizations in the Philippines have changed the numbers from maybe 10,000, 15,000 to the likes of Trillanes, who would say almost 30,000. The question is, what is the real truth? What are the real facts? And I do worry that some of the liberal media in America will spread this fake news, or will make up figures or inflate the figures. And I do worry if this comes to the attention of President Joe Biden, he may get a false impression about the Philippines. So, you know, I'm praying that the president has wisdom, and that he listens to the real story, and listens to the government of the Philippines when they go ahead and they give the real numbers and they say accurately what's happening in the country. We shall wait and see. Anyway, thanks so much, guys, for watching. Very best wishes.